Good morning, good evening, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Toonkind FPS. My name is D.E.W.P Kirin, D.E.W.P. Today I'm going to be playing my classical bastard bird, Lao Vis Blind. Yeah, that's me. If my fellow would like to introduce themselves, and we can get this party started.
Hello. This is MalaSorte, and I will be playing Carmina Escornabois. Try to say that 3 times in a row quick. And
Oh.
have we said the title of the FPS, or I am blacking out already?
I don't think we need to. I mean, I don't think we need to in this particular case. Like, it'll be on the video. They'll know.
It will be.
About.
Sorry, maybe I just feel a little bit impatient.
Dude! You couldn't wait till we started to drop that? You have to do it now? Fine. This is how this is gonna go. Oh man, set the tone already. Okay. So just to preface this for some people, this is sort of set timeline-wise a little later on for Lao and Carmina. We haven't done any of the games for them yet, but they've known each other for a little while. Carmina is providing Lao with some stuff for his plants, and she drops it off to him, and
Enhancer.
Huh?
She calls it an enhancer, but let's be honest. She's selling back shit. Yeah, she's selling back shit.
She drops off that good shit, that good stuff. She's his dealer. Oh god. Okay. Yeah. So basically, yeah. This is just another day, I suppose, for Carmina. Carmina, I suppose, is just making another drop-off delivery today. You want to tell me what she's been up to, what exactly she's dropping off, and we'll take it from there?
Yeah, well, just contest this. I have to have this happening before LizzyButt travels too. So I will say that Carmina has been working in the farm, and she has been by chance meeting new tunes lately. So, but she's still working on the farm alone and quite a lot. I will say that she is in town today because, as always, there is always a farmer market somewhere, and she's gonna stop by Lao's house before going there.
Okay. So before she goes to the farmer's market, then, so is she like just saying hi now, or is she dropping anything off?
No, yeah, she definitely is gonna be pleasant and knock on the door and say, "Hi, here's your shit."
Okay.
So
she's like carrying like bags of compost. Would you say? Is she carrying stuff up there? Because
true, that's the term, compost.
yeah, that's
yes.
the term, compost.
Carmina will remember to remain professional. So yeah, she will probably, since she has done a few deliveries before, and she's trying to keep a good relationship with the clients, she's probably gonna also drop a little bit of a jar of honeydew as thank you for not being as much as an ass as you could be, Lao.
Okay. Hey, so I'm just gonna say, as Carmina comes up to the apartment building that Lao's been staying in, she comes through the front doors. She's probably carrying like a couple bags of compost with her. Do you want to roll me a quick strength, just to see how well she carries these bags?
Oof. Yes, of course. I think we should do it at a disadvantage, though.
Yes. And then once that's done, I might ask you to roll something else. Okay, so she's doing all right.
Wait, is that a disadvantage, right?
Yeah, disadvantage
Yeah.
again. Oh, okay. So she's managing to carry them. I imagine she carried them into the building, and then she's just sort of gotten very tired because she's carried these from her farm. She's carried them away, and she's finally in the apartment
Oh
building itself.
yeah, let me say that she travels with the how to say it English. Come back to me, please. Sorry, I left the whole language on the other pants.
That's fair. That's okay. You mean like the big bug?
Her
Big bug friend.
yeah, she travels when she has to go to a market or to do deliveries. She travels with all her produce in a big, real kind stag beetle. It's a giant stag beetle, and she probably parked it around, so you can imagine a row of beetles and then a real kind beetle. But yeah, she's just carrying this towards Lao's apartment.
Yeah.
Not doing a good job of it.
No, what I imagine it's like, she's carrying both bags, and they're like heavy bags. They're like proper like 10-kilo sacks. They're like, you know those big bags of dog food you get, like the really big bags. I imagine they're like that, and she's just hauling these
Exactly
things,
like that. Yeah.
and it gets so heavy she just like drops one, and she has to grab it and pull one behind her, and she's holding one with the other hand. It's just she's very tired. And Carmina, as you go inside of the building, do you want to roll me a quick perception?
Okay, 1 second.
Okay, that's fine.
You.
Yeah. So basically,
That's the girl.
well, what happens? You come into the building, and you drag this one bag behind you, and you're shuffling up to the lift slash elevator, and you shuffle up to it, and you look at it, and usually you take because it's a heavy product. You usually carry these heavy products up to Lao's apartment, and you take the lift usually because you're not carrying this stuff up the stairs. You usually can't. And you look at the elevator, and across it in big actually no, not in big, in just a little sign is hanging on it, and it says out of service. So I'm sorry, Carmina, but today the elevator is not going to be an option.
She's gonna hit her head against the nearest wall and go like, fuck. Okay.
So yeah, your option is to take the stairs, I'm afraid. So hey, do you want to roll me a con to see how well you take these up the stairs?
Alright, a con, you say.
Con save, please, because Lao lives on the 4th floor, and it's gonna be a climb, especially with these bags you've got, man.
Alright. Give me a second to see. Oh my god,
11. Okay. All right. So slightly better than average. So you do. It's a struggle. It's still a struggle because that is only an 11, and you have to pull one bag behind you and drag one. And I feel like on every landing point on every floor, you have to flop them down and just stop and breathe for a second, because oh my gosh, taking the stairs was never going to be a good option. It's so heavy.
I can
and there are so
I can tell you that if Lao has neighbors in each single landing that she stops, you can hear a string of curses. Like she's.
It's just on every floor. It's thump, and then swearing, lots of Grawlix.
But very, very low. She's not yelling.
But I imagine it might like echo down the halls a bit, because even if you're murmuring, it's not very busy, and this apartment complex is rather quiet. So even if you're murmuring quite lowly,
like a prayer in a church.
Exactly. This unholy church with its pecking stairs. Yeah, you do eventually make it to the 4th floor, but by the time you get there, Carmina, you're out of breath. You're bent over, perhaps hands on your knees, and these 2 sacks of pecking compost just next to you. And all we have to do now is drag it to Lao's door. You're on the floor. You just need to take
she's gonna be on her hands and knees just for a second and say, okay, let's go.
Okay.
And wait, I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear this, but she will get to the door and go like,
I heard it. I heard that. So yeah, you just sort of. I imagine with Carmina, she like grabs both of the sacks, drags them down the hallway to Lao's door, and she can't be bothered to let go of them because she knows if she lets go, she's not gonna be able to pick these bags up again. So I imagine when she's knocking, has she got her horns? Does she have her horns right now?
yes, she's got the horns out.
So I imagine she's got 2 bags in her hands, and she goes up the door, and instead of using her hands to knock, she knocks with her horns. She just goes. She bangs her head against the door to knock. I'm gonna roll.
100%.
Let me see. Let me roll. I need to roll something because. And what are you doing right now, Lao? Oh, dirty 20. Okay, so right now, Lao is in the kitchen. He's just like making tea and stuff. He's having a quick break from working on his many little mini side projects in terms of like growing certain things. And he hears a against his door, and he stops and he perks up, and he remembers, oh yes, I'm supposed to be having a delivery today. I suppose that's her. And he puts his coffee, not his coffee, he doesn't drink coffee. He puts his tea down and his little teapot, and he's gonna roll up to the door, pull himself along, and he's gonna open the door, and he's going to say, Carmina, you're a little late today, aren't you? I was expecting you a couple of hours ago. Your tea's gone cold. Yeah.
Well, I will say that. Do you mind rolling me another perception check?
Yes, I will do. Would it be perception or do you think insight?
Well, whichever you prefer.
I'll go with perception for now. Hey, 21! Okay, what can I get with a 21?
All right. Damn, Lao, you have never seen Carmina this behave, however you pronounce the word, that means she is looking bad. You can perceive with your 2 eyes that her horns are out, which you at this point might realize means something, even if you don't know what it means. And she is smoking like a fucking train. Like the smoke she is exhaling right now is starting to pull a little bit on top of her head, and it's looking thick.
Oh dear.
And there is a little bit of a sickly sweet licorice smell, and it's not really pleasant.
Okay. So Lao's gonna narrow his eyes at her, and he's gonna roll back from the door. Just to let everyone know, Lao's not in his wheelchair right now. He's in a kind of office chair. So it's like a modified office chair, and it's just to help him get around the house because he doesn't want to sit in the wheelchair all day. Like, you know, he doesn't want to leave an imprint in that chair. It's not always the comfiest, so he's got a little office chair he gets around his house with. And he rolls back away from the door, opens it wider, and gestures for Carmina to come in and says, Carmina, you look like shit. Come in, drop your bags, sit down.
Well, Carmina was like taking out the jar of honeydew and extending it to Lao. Wait, did I say honeydew or jam? Whatever. She was taking out the jar that has been wrapped in very well. It has like this little cloth top with the cloth. It has even like it has even a personalized label just for Lao. And as she's handing this, she's just gonna say, "Oh fuck you, man."
He's gonna speak language. Don't swear at me when you're clearly not feeling well. Get in here. And I'm gonna roll quick strength for him, which is just a straight D20 because he's a weak little man. That's not it. Not that. Oh, what? That's okay then. Anyway, you got 19. So he takes that jar from you, and he goes, if you're looking, you if you're looking the way you do, and smelling the way you do, and feeling the way I think you are, I don't think you're in any state at the moment to be dragging these two bags around. So he's gonna bend down out of his chair, pick one of the bags from the corner, and he's gonna brace himself against the doorway, push himself backwards with the bag, and surprisingly easily drag it along the floor. And he's gonna pull himself along the floor. No, not put himself along the floor. He's gonna use the vines. I should have explained this before when you first opened the door, but Lao's house is designed with him in mind. So he has grown lots of plants around to help him get around the house. He has wallpaper that looks like vines. They look 2D, but they are in actual fact 3D vines that he can grab onto along the wall and pull himself through the house with. So he's using those at the moment.
Oh, no, come back. Come back, please. I didn't hear the last. You say he's got vines that look like wallpaper, and then I lost you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yes.
Okay, I dropped out then. Okay, so what did you last hear, sorry? What did you
yes, vines wallpaper.
Vines and wallpaper, right, yes. So he's got wallpaper that looks like vines. They look 2D, they're actually 3D, and they form various loops around stages around the house for him to grab onto and pull himself along with. And at the moment, that's what he's using to pull himself and the chair and the bag of compost through his hallway. And he's going to take a left into his kitchen, and he's going to call back to Carmina. Get in here, take a seat. I'll be with you in just a moment. I'll make another brew for us both. And yeah, that's where he is at the moment. What are you going to do, Carmina?
Carmina's going to take... At Lao's comment, she's gonna straighten as much as she can her clothes. She's gonna take a deep breath, straighten up, and say, "I'm perfectly fine. Nothing that a little bit of tea cannot fix."
Well, if it's tea that you need, then you might want to come in here. I'm making another set. Hurry up, chop.
I'm going. Oh Lord, and she's going. She's just like, right now there is two walls inside Carmina. One is customer service, and the other one is I'm my own boss. I'm gonna kick this bird's ass.
Oh, you could try kick this bird's ass, Carmina. You can really, really try. But yeah. So what? Did she just coming in then? She taking the bag with her and she coming into the kitchen?
Yeah, she's gonna follow Lao. If there is any bags left, she's gonna try to move the bags. Right now I didn't catch up if Lao moved any of the bags or if she has to move them in. So if they are there, she's gonna move them in.
Okay, so Lao's picked up one of the bags. So you can just you can. I'm just
she's picking the other one. Yeah,
just pick it up because now you're unburdened of one very large heavy sack. Yeah. You can just pick the other one up and bring it into the kitchen because Lao's picked up the other one.
Okay, allow me to give you an impression to describe how is Carmina doing this. So after saying that I'm fine, nothing that a little bit of tea cannot fix, she's gonna go like, grabs the bag, moves around. And she's just gonna, the moment she crosses the threshold of the kitchen, she's just gonna leave the bag there and plop down like.
I just want you to know, as you went to the kitchen and you're dragging this bag, Lau, he was looking at the counter and waiting for the tea to brew, and he's gonna turn towards Carmina, and he's gonna drop his hand. He's gonna drop his head onto his hand and tilt his head and just look at Carmina as she struggles. He's just gonna give her a look.
What? I'm tired, okay? It's not that bad.
He's gonna raise an eyebrow. Well, he's gonna raise a brow at you and say, Carmina, there's being tired and there's being what you are, which is honestly, actually, you know what? I should probably roll. To see if he can see if there is anything up with you. Hey.
Yeah, medicine.
Yes, I am going to roll medicine. Why have you not got more in medicine, you dumb bird? Hey, Daddy 20! Yeah, he can clearly tell there's something wrong with you there. Can I get any specifics with that? With a dirty 20?
Yeah, definitely. Lao can see that apart that Carmina has a general tiredness, she's looking pale, which is worrying for a tune that is basically fucking white. A part of what I said before, Lao will realize now that Carmina, sorry I cannot make that voice, it's sounding a little bit congested.
Oh dear. Okay.
Lao will also notice that obviously all the groans and the is not only because tiredness. Her body hurts. It's hurting. Like obviously she's moving like her whole body is in pain.
Oh God.
And the thing and the thing is like the tea is not ready yet, right?
Sorry, say it again.
The tea is getting ready, right?
Yeah,
Would you say?
He's brewing another one because he was expecting you earlier, and you're running a little later than usual, so he's just putting on another brew, reheating it.
Carmina doesn't drink tea usually, so when Lau and Carmina have been having these tea meetings, obviously as two people dealing with business and not friends, not at all. Carmina will always sniff like if she is a fucking wild animal and try to guess what Lao is brewing. She has learned quick that it's usually chai, but this time Carmina is not doing any of that. She's sniffling, but she's not making any comments about what she can smell.
Okay. Lao's immediately.
She's got the cold.
Lao's immediately looking at her, giving her a brow as if to say, no, not as if even to say, he's just going to say, Carmina, take a seat. I'll be with you in just a second. Just give me a moment. And he's going to reach into his cupboards and he's going to pull out a bag of not a bag of green tea. He's going to pull out some green tea leaves and put them into brew. And he's also going to reach into the cupboard and he's going to pull out a whole lemon. And he's going to pull a knife out from one of his drawers. He's going to rattle around one of his drawers and pull out a knife and pull out a lemon. And what he's going to do, he is going to chop that lemon in half. And he puts the green tea leaves in the teapot to brew. And while he's doing that, he chops the lemon up, takes one half, puts the whole thing in the teapot and slams it shut and lets it brew in there with the green leaves. And then while he's doing that, he's just gonna very casually pick up the other half of the lemon and munch on it. Just go and he's gonna eat this lemon while the tea's brewing. And he's gonna look over.
Wait, does Carmina perceive Lao eating the lemon?
You can roll that if you want.
Huh?
You can roll to see if she sees.
Sorry, what? She sees that?
Do you want to roll to? Yeah. No, he's not
Yeah.
hiding it. He's not hiding it. So yeah. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
she sees Lau pick up half a lemon.
You can see Carmina going like that. Yeah, that checks with you. Yeah. Never mind.
strange bird man. Yeah, well, he basically puts all the green leaves and the tea and the lemon in the pot, and then he's going to pick up the pot, roll it to the table. Quick question: has Carmina flopped onto the floor or into a chair?
She has flopped into a chair and then promptly into the table.
Good. So her head's on the table right now. Good. And he's gonna pop the teapot on the table, and then he's gonna go back and get the saucer and cups from the side, and he's gonna put them back on the table, and he's gonna look at you and he's gonna say, Carmina, what have you done to yourself to put yourself into such a state? I mean, really, how long have you been feeling like this?
There is a second there where Lao might think Carmina has fallen asleep before she gets up. But he's like, listen, I just been doing some renovations in the farm. You know how it is. Trying to farm shit. Roof keeps leaking, and then I don't know. I have had a lot of visitors, so I guess I have gotten distracted. Then I got this legal shit with some folks from the city, but that's I don't know. Just working, just traveling, just working. Nothing much, really. Nothing different than what I usually do. It's not that bad.
Lao's gonna hum as you're talking, and he's gonna pick up the saucer. He's poured some of the tea into a cup and saucer for you now, and he's pushing it towards you, and he's saying, drink this, you'll feel a little bit better. And also, what the hell do you mean nothing more than usual? That does not sound like a healthy workload for one person to take on. Renovations take a lot of time. People take time. People take a lot of time. So, no, I don't quite understand how it is for you, but I know that you probably shouldn't be working yourself this hard. So I'd recommend sitting down and not doing anything strenuous for a little while.
Bad. She drinks. I think she's because Carmina is just and this I'm telling this to you, like she's just doing noises because she's trying to come up with a good argument, and she's just gonna drink the tea and go like, tastes like water.
It doesn't. Do you want to roll a con save quickly? Because he dropped half a lemon in there. He dropped a whole half a lemon into that tea.
I can't save.
Please.
Carmina, love of my life. What's your constitution?
Okay. So yeah, that's some really bitter tea. Like that is some bitter sour tea. And the thing is, Carmina, you've popped over a couple of times, quite a few times now, to know how Lao likes his tea. And this is pretty weak for Lao, honestly. Usually, if he has lemon in his tea, he drops like 2, maybe 3. So he's been pretty considerate in giving you just half a lemon. But it's still a lot, especially for a mug of tea. It's very bitter and sour, and the green leaves are a little burnt.
Carmina is gonna go like, are you trying to poison me?
I don't need to poison you. You're already killing yourself from the looks of it.
She's making fun of Lao. I'm okay. Gosh, it's just I have a few bad days. That's it. It's fine. I just need push through, walk it off.
No.
Maybe
No. No, 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 no. No few good days. No pushing through until you feel better. That's not how your body works. That's not how your mind works. And quite frankly, if I hear you say it again, I'm going to have to pick you up, throw you onto a bed somewhere, close you down until you feel actually better, get yourself some actual rest, and I swear if you don't, I will have Soul sit on you and make you. I'm gonna roll intimidation. See if he can freaking. Alright, where are you? Where are you? 13. Yeah, so he's basically trying to intimidate you into self-care right now. He's giving you a look whilst he's munching on this lemon, which makes him slightly less does it make him more or less intimidating to you, I guess? I don't know. How does Carmina respond to this?
Carmina sinks a little bit on her chair and she's surprised at this. Like, come on. She's not dying. She's just sweating a lot and feeling terribly and probably a little bit cold. And she cannot smell anything and she is very tired and everything is. But she's not bad. Not really. Like, so I think she's gonna sink in the chair a little bit and mumble something else sometimes and then go like, I.
Should I roll perception to see if I can see what she's saying?
Yeah, sure.
That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. 19! Give me the juice. He's doing very well, this FPS man.
God, that's the power of friendship, even when he doesn't fucking realize. Yeah, so Carmina is basically going like, it's not like I have any other options. And then she's gonna say, she's gonna push through again, straighten up, like, yeah, totally, I'm perfectly fine. And then slap promptly a little bit and go like, well, listen, even if I agree with you, today is market day, and I gotta get there before fucking Lawrence steals the good spot.
You're not going anywhere today. Not in the state that you're in. I'm not letting you back outside that door until you've had at least a 4-hour nap at best. You're not going outside in the condition you're in because I know what you're going to do. And if you've worked so hard on renovations and if you've worked so hard on everything else, I know what you're going to do. You're going to go out that door, you're going to work for another 12 hours, you're going to get 2 hours sleep, get back up and do it all again. So, as a medical, well, not a medical professional, but as a cleric, I can't let you leave in the state you're in only to get yourself worse. I can't do that. That's not going to happen. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to take you into the living room. You're going to sit down. You're going to lay down on the sofa. You're going to have your tea. And you're going to have a book. And you're going to have a read. And we're going to... Actually, you know what? No. No, we're not going to do that. I have a better idea. You're going to go into there. You're going to lie down. You're going to lie down. And we're going to have a little game. We're going to have a little game. And if you win, then I'll let you go. And if I win, you have to stay.
Wow. She's still like, she's like, Lao, if you're a cleric, why the fuck do you sound so much like right now, like you are asking me to make a pact with the devil?
Because you're stubborn and you're stupid and you won't sit down and let yourself get better. And honestly, I've dealt with stubborn and stupid people. You're one of the most stubborn and stupid people I've had to deal with. So you're going to go sit down. We're going to sit down in the living room. We're going to play a game and you're going to get some rest because I can assure you, you're not going to beat me at this. So how about you get up, take a seat in the living room, take your tea with you, and we play a game, and we get yourself some rest. And he's giving you a very vicious-looking smile right now. And he
roll me a perception, please. No, sorry, not a perception. Roll me actually you can roll a wisdom or a insight or a perception, but roll me a persuasion, please.
Persuasion. Nice. Oh my gosh, really? 5. Wow.
You see Carmina grabbing onto the chair and putting her feet on the ground, like, you're gonna have to move me.
Alright. Let me just roll something quickly. Oh, okay. So what's gonna happen is, did you say you Carmina put her feet on the ground?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, she has broad feet. She can grab onto the rug or something around if she wants to make it like. She has principal talons. She's half bird.
Do you want to roll me a strength check, please?
Yes.
Because what Lao's trying to do.
Let's contest this.
Oh, okay. So what happens is Lao looks at you and he's glaring at you because you're being so stubborn. Why won't you move? And he's gonna roll up to you in his chair, in his little office chair, and he's gonna try and push the chair with you in it out all the way into the front room. But he only makes it like scooting, like, and that's it. And he's gonna keep trying pushing it, and it just keeps making that little scooch noise, that against the floor, as it tries to push you out of the kitchen into the living room.
I wonder, is there anybody else in the house right now?
No, it's just you and Lao at the moment.
Good.
Oh gosh. But yeah, is Carmina gonna do anything, or are you just gonna let Lao scooch you like into the living room?
She's gonna let herself be scooped. Yes.
She's just sitting there in her chair, the cup and saucer in her hands, as Lao's just pushing her into the living room. And I would like everyone to know, his floor is basically dirt and moss. Like, there's wooden floor underneath, but there's a thick layer of dirt and moss before you get to that wood floor. So, as he's scooching her along with he's bringing up dirt
I got an idea, sorry.
Sorry?
Before they get to the living room, do you want Lao to pick up a little bit of do you want Lao to try again?
Want to push?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Let's see. I'd say he gets to the doorway, and there's so much dirt and moss under your feet that acts as the carpet for his house that it just gets stuck under the chair, and he just tries to push you, and it just doesn't move. So now you're stuck at the doorway, and Lao's ahead of you in the kitchen. He's just trying to push you backwards into the living room, which is behind you. Oh gosh.
Amazing. Carmina might look at this and take a little bit of pity and lift her feet a little bit.
He's glaring at you the whole time, by the way. He's just glaring at you and trying to shove this chair out of the way. He's just like, move it, going. He's not stopping.
Okay. I think if Lao glares a little bit too much, this is getting a little bit serious. And after all, Carmina might be comfortable with Lao, but she still has a lot of anxiety with people. So she's starting to feel guilty. And she's like, fine. And she gets up and starts walking, but she doesn't She leaves the chair in the middle. She might feel bad, but she's still angry.
I just want you to know, if you get up and leave, Lao's gonna stop pushing and he's just gonna sit and stare at the chair in front of him for a bit. He's gonna sigh. And he's just gonna try and scooch the chair out of the way. And I'm gonna stick with that 4. He can't move the chair. So instead of scooching out of the way, he just tips it on its side in the hallway and just goes clatter onto the floor. Just so he has enough room to get out and meet you in the living room. Yeah, he's coming out. He's coming out, and he crosses over. And Carmina, as you enter the living room, you've seen this. You usually meet in the kitchen with Lao, because that's usually where he's hanging out with all his plants and little side projects on the side. But you have seen the living room a couple times. It's quite nice in here actually. There's a row of floating islands and tables on one side of the house. That's just filled to the brim with all sorts of different plants and little sections of lamp lights and light bulbs and plants in pots and plants needing to be potted and plants tucked underneath these ledges that are to be sorted out or to be shipped off, or there's compost bags as well, very familiar bags, I'm sure you know what ones they are. And then to your left you've got a huge, just a whole wall of glass, just a whole glass window wall that brings in light to shine into the room, because man, these plants need some sunlight from somewhere. And before that glass wall there is an old, very old sofa, like really old, like it's worn, it's beaten, it's got little patches in it from various mending attempts. There's a small little coffee table. It's just like a little circular coffee table, and then a very very plush armchair next to that. Like, it's so comfy. It looks so comfortable right now. And yeah, that's what you see in here.
Carmina is right now straight up vibing. Like she has gotten distracted for the whole situation because, plants, flower plants. And you can see her going like from grumpy, smoking, kind of like meh, to she's kind of like a child in a candy store right now. Like she knew about Lao plants and everything, but she's taking a good look, and this is damn pretty. She likes this. She never expected to find this in the city, you know.
God, what accent.
She's very prejudiced towards the city. I wonder if she has ever stayed more than 1 or 2 days in one.
Yeah, so I imagine she's just stuck in the entranceway, looking at all this, and Lao's looking at her, and you feel a little nudge at your back, and Lao's saying, "Well, hurry up, come on, take a seat. I'll get the cards and sit down with your tea, and we'll have a little game, shall we?" And
Wait, Lao is still in his chair, right?
Lao's not in the wheelchair. He's in like an office
Okay.
chair he uses around the house to pull himself around. The wheelchair's
She's gonna when Lao tells her to hurry up, she's gonna go like, I might sit on you, but she's gonna go sit.
Well, she's gonna try sit on him.
She's not gonna try. Gosh, she's not that bad. She doesn't know what's the deal with Lao. She's not gonna sit on him.
I was gonna say, if you're planning to sit on him, he's gonna say, "Don't you dare!" And he's gonna give her a little shove into the room and point at the sofa and the chair, and he's going to say, "Pick whichever one you want. I'm gonna set up the cards," and he's gonna reach. No, that's not the one I want to do. That's the one I want to do. Yeah, good. Yeah, he's gonna reach underneath the blanket that is still covering him and his bottom half on his lap, and he's gonna pull out a deck of cards. Whilst you're choosing a seat.
I think Carmina is gonna go for the sofa because I don't know. It feels like the chair is She has a chair that is hers in the house. Like the chair is for the person in the house. Don't ask me why.
That is the household chair. That is the head of house chair. Every house kind of has
I
one where it's like
exact.
this is their chair. That's their chair they sit in.
She's respecting Lao's space. She's sitting in the sofa. Also, she kind of likes that it looks so beaten up. Like it's personal. It looks like Lao fished it out of the trash. She likes that.
Okay. As you sit down, you feel as you sit down, you feel it sink very heavily, as if it's had something very heavy usually sit on it. Like you sit and you just sink. You sink almost to the height of the actual arm. Your head might almost be level with the armrest with how far you sink down into this. It's incredibly squishy.
I think she puts one and one together, gets to connects the points. This is gonna make her laugh. Now, maybe Lau wants to check if she's hallucinating now. Has her lost her mind? Is she running a fever now? But she's gonna start laughing a little bit about. She finds it very funny. She can guess who uses this sofa.
Lao's gonna just look at Carmina and raise a brow. He's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna like raise a brow, and he's gonna roll over to the armchair, and he's gonna. I'm gonna roll a quick dex check actually, because actually, no, I'm not gonna roll that. He does this enough. He's gonna maneuver himself into the chair. He's gonna go from the office chair into the plush, comfy armchair, and he's gonna put his deck of cards. He's gonna shuffle them quite quickly. And Carmina, from where you're sitting, you can see these cards are quite old. They're quite beat up. They've got a weird design on them. They've got weird sort of shapes on the back that you don't seem to recognize. They don't look very Toonish. Like these cards look like real kind cards. And he's just shuffling them out, and they have strange little shapes and stuff on them. And he shuffles them, and he deals you a few cards, and then he deals himself a few cards and puts the rest of the deck in the middle. And he's like, okay, we're going to play a very simple game. Have you heard of something called Go Fish?
I have gone fishing, right?
He's gonna give you just a blank look. I meant Go Fish. The game Go Fish, not actual fish. Okay, right. So basically, do you need me to explain the rules to this? If
I mean,
played.
She's having a fit of laugh, and while Laos is explaining, she's just gonna say, "Well, I have heard of people going fishing."
Okay, so yeah, Lao's just gonna explain the rules, like the basic rules of Go Fish. If people don't know how to play Go Fish, it's essentially you ask if someone has a card, and if they don't have the card, they tell you to go fish, and you pick a card out from the deck, and you get a suit of 4. You put them in a pile and you put it down, and the first person with no cards wins, essentially, or has the most cards wins.
Does Lao want to roll a perception check on Carmina or an insight?
Yes. To 12. Sorte? Hello? Sorte?
Yeah, sorry, I died.
Okay.
Here. Okay, well, that's a little bit. Yeah, Lao. Carmina might not have gotten all of that, but as Lao finishes explaining, is there a deck in the table, right?
Yeah, so you've each got.
She's gonna pick. Wait, she's gonna pick a card from the top of the deck, look at it, and say, this one means you're gonna trip tomorrow at 12 o'clock.
He's gonna give you a very just a blank face look.
For anybody listening, Carmina is supposed to double a little bit on divination, but she's really bad at it. She knows it.
He's gonna look at you and he says, "It's very funny you should say I'm going to trip, considering." And he gestures to his bottom half. Because he's in a wheelchair, guys. He's in a wheelchair. How the hell did he trip? I'd like you to know.
Carmina is just gonna look at the card and say, "I gotta practice that a little bit more then," and put it back into the deck.
As you put it back in the deck, Lau's gonna sigh and pick up the deck and shuffle it again, because now you know what the next card's gonna bloody be. So he shuffles the deck again, puts it down, and he picks up 5 cards and he gestures for Carmina to do the same. And what should we roll for this? Because I don't want to drag this on too long. Should we just roll like 2, maybe 3 rolls to see who wins this?
Yeah.
Wins Goldfish?
Yeah.
Right.
I will say, yeah, let's do it 3 rounds. What do we roll?
For Go Fish, I would think it would be
intelligence? Something regarding intelligence?
Yeah, maybe like investigation or insight, or investigation maybe, so you can sort of figure out, or maybe just a straight intelligence check to see if we can put together what kind of cards each other's got.
Okay, I'm okay with investigation.
Investigation, alright, cool. Right, so we'll do 3 rounds each of this then. Oh, that 20! Okay. Carmina is doing pretty well already. First round goes to Carmina. Oh my gosh. Roll again.
Alright.
Oh, now one! Oh my gosh! So eventually, the first round, Carmina is like, "Oh, I checked you. I've checked you now. I've got your number," and she can figure out what cards he's got from just how he reacts to certain things. And then the next couple rounds, she's just like, maybe because her cold is catching up with her or whatever is going wrong, but she's just starting to space out a bit. Maybe. What would you say?
It's like, is this an 8 or a 0?
She's just staring back at her cards. Do you have apple? Go fish. Apple?
Okay.
Okay, one more round.
She needs another round.
Right, one last round. Let's see.
But she's gonna try to do. She's saying like, okay, I cannot fucking see. I don't understand this game. What are numbers? And I can read death in these cards. And she's gonna roll, if you allow me, a sleight of hand.
Yes, please. Please. I was hoping you'd say that. Whilst you're doing that, I'm also gonna do
and I'm gonna do the thing that usually brings me luck. See if it works. Fuck you, dice parser. It fucking works.
So what happens is, how I imagine this happens then is that initially she's going strong and she's getting all the cards, man. She's getting everything from Lao, and Lao is getting fed up a little bit because how the hell is she guessing what fucking cards she's got? And then with that one, her brain is starting to fog up, and she's like, right, I can't win because I can feel myself getting worse and sicker. So what I gotta do is, what I really gotta do is, I gotta fucking cheat my heart out. I gotta cheat my heart out while I'm doing shit. And so I imagine just while he's looking at his cards, she just very quietly slips a few from the deck. And I don't know if she gets into her own hand because that would be more.
Can I propose something?
Yes.
If Lao is getting a little bit touchy about losing, Carmina is not the competitive person in these things. She's gonna slip a very crude drawing of a card that really doesn't fucking exist. Like, I don't know, a 20 of hearts.
It's just like.
And she's gonna laugh at it. Like, she's gonna go like, she has no poker face.
She just slips like a couple of cards in, and they're clearly like doodled on, and there's just like 20 of hearts, and there's just like 20 ladybugs. And the thing is, I imagine they're like Toon style cards as well, because this is a pack of real kind cards, and they're all very bent, and like they've got creases and crinkles in it. And then Lau just picks up his next card, and it's like, you know, those kid kind of little, those thick cardboard kid things you get. Like those little, hey, this is a number and this is the amount of animals on it. I imagine she put one of those in the deck. But it's like card shaped. So it's like 20 ladybugs. And I'll pick it up.
Listen, ladybugs are predators, eh? They might look pretty, but they wreak havoc. So she's gonna bring the ladybugs.
So the minute he draws the 20 of ladybugs, he's gonna look at it. And he's gonna look at Carmina. And did you want to roll anything to hide the fact that you put this in, like a deception? Do you want to roll to see how well you hide your reaction to this, or are you just gonna go with it as it is?
All right, listen. I think I'm gonna roll performance.
Performance, okay.
Like, oh my god, how that got there, but she's not really trying, honestly. She's just messing with it out.
Okay.
Whoa!
You do a fantastic performance of being so shocked. Like, Lau, how was that in your deck? I didn't know you had these cards. I thought they was a real kind of cards. Where did you get that from?
Whoa! This is incredible. What a strange deck. I am feeling too under the weather to really try to cheat. Yes.
The minute you say that you're feeling too under the weather, Lau's gonna look at you and he's gonna clap the cards in his hands all together, plop them on the coffee table, and he's gonna turn to look at you and say, "So you are feeling a little too under the weather, are you?" And he's going to smile because, hey, guess what? You just admitted you were sick. You just admitted you weren't feeling well.
No. No. You say that, so I'm saying this, so you think I...
He's just gonna sit there and he's gonna grin wider and wider at you as you try to come up with excuses.
No. Shush. No.
In your attempts to try and cheat me, you've outed yourself, you silly little bugger. And he's gonna roll over to you, and he's gonna try. I'm gonna roll another one of these. He's gonna try and push you back onto the couch with a 17. Imagine with that 17 he manages it, because you are still feeling kind of bleh right now. Hello?
Come on. Okay. Sorry, repeat that. Connection. Yeah. My internet was feeling so offended at Lao that decided to leave.
Oh man, it might be on my side as well, to be fair. But yeah, he comes over. He rolled a strength check to try and push you back to the sofa, and you got a 17. So I just imagine that because Carmina's not feeling too great, he just pushes her at the chest, and she flops back onto the sofa, and she sinks. And so it's like the cushions almost come up and around her base, almost, and it's just like there's a Carmina shape now in the sofa.
she's just gonna. Okay, fine. Lao wins. She's just gonna cross her arms, and since she's being buried in the sofa, she's just gonna go like, "It's okay. I'm ready for the earth to take me. I hope I come back as an oak tree."
As you keep on with your dramatic performance of being so sick and ill, Lao's gonna roll his eyes, reach underneath his blanket, and pull out another blanket. This one is a thick woolen blanket. It's very nice. It's like red, and it's got little streaks of green going through it. And he's gonna toss that over you, and he's gonna he's not gonna tuck you in or anything, but he's gonna toss it over you, and he's gonna just like pat it over you to make sure it covers the length of you. He's gonna just make sure it's covering the feet. He's gonna make sure it's like covering your body, and then he's gonna look at you, and he's gonna pick up the cup of tea you had. Would Carmina have finished that cup of tea, do you think? Or would she have just like gotten distracted and put it down?
No, the cup of tea is not finished.
The cup of tea is not finished. Okay. So Lao is gonna put the rest of the tea. Actually, no, what? No, because I imagine you've played for so long, the tea's gone cold now. So he's gonna pick up the cup of tea, put it in his lap. I forgot to say he'd gone from his chair to the office chair thing now. So just yeah, he's done that. He picks it up, he puts it on his lap, and he looks at you, and he says, "Don't move. I'm going to get you another cup. I'm going to put it here. You're going to drink it, and you're going to get some rest." And he's gonna pick up the teacup. He's gonna move back into the kitchen, refill it, and then put it back down on the coffee table next to you, Carmina.
Do you want to wish roll to roll insight for that?
Yeah.
There was that I.
I got 12 for my insight.
Okay, that's enough than average. Do you realize that under the blanket, Carmina has not fucking moved, but you can hear this. It's a sniffing and a little bit of crying that might not be regarding, it might not be in any way related to the cold.
As soon as he realizes like that she's upset potentially under there, he's gonna very quietly put the cup and saucer on the coffee table next to her, and he's brought out another little thing, and he's placed it gently on the table, on the coffee table, and he's gonna look at Carmina, and he's so awkward. He's not gonna know what to do here. He's just gonna look at where she's shaking for a bit, and actually, no, he wouldn't do that. No, he wouldn't do that. Okay, so he's gonna look at where Carmina is, and he's gonna sigh, and he's going to carefully just reach out and tap part of the blanket where her shoulder comes up to, and he's gonna say, "Get some rest, Carmina. I'll see you in the morning tomorrow. Don't stay up. Just get some sleep. Finish your tea, and I'll see you in the morning. And if you don't, I will get Sol to sit on you until you do." And he's going to very quickly move away, roll out of the room, and roll back into the kitchen.
Wait.
Yeah?
Lau, can you do me a favor?
Insight. Again. Alright. Hi, 19! Not bad.
Okay, that was inside, right?
Yes.
Okay, Carmina is about to ask Lau for a favor, but Lau might realize that Carmina is not exactly that she's not upset. She is emotional. With a 19, Lau gets the impression getting forcibly tucked into a sofa and being told, go the fuck to sleep, take care of yourself, please rest, doesn't happen a lot.
Ah! 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 MalaSorte!
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Lao is so awkward, man. I can't. They've only met a few times, and he doesn't know how to interact with her in his way. He doesn't know how to. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how to do this. So he's gonna stick by what he did. He's just gonna tap her on the shoulder, tell her what he said, which is get better, bitch, or I will have soft sit on you until you do get better. And yeah, he's left the saucer on the table and a few other things. If Carmina wants to roll perception as he goes out,
Aye.
if she wants to, you don't have to, but if you want to peek your
Perception, right? Aye.
Yeah. 10. Okay. That's not enough. So, Carmina, you as Lau walks out, you probably didn't want him to see you shaking and perhaps crying a little bit. I don't know what how Carmina is feeling under the blanket right now. But you turn around and you look on the table and there's the cup of honey. No, not a cup of honey. There's a cup of tea with lemon in it still. There's like, instead of having a whole lemon in it, you can smell it's a normal cup of tea, and there's a lemon wedge just sort of sitting on the rim of it with like a little cut. You know how they put like the little wedges of lemon sitting on next to it. And next to it, in 2 bottles, he's put a half empty jar of honeydew and a little jar of honey next to it, to sweeten the drink a little for you, if you so wanted to. And yeah,
I will say that Carmina is really emotional about this, but she's gonna go to sleep and she's gonna say aloud, just in case Lau is around to hear, like, you're an asshole. Thank you.
Can I roll perception to see if he hears that? Because I have a reply for this.
She says thank you. Wait, I didn't finish. You're an asshole. Thank you. But I have my backpack downstairs. Do you mind? Can you go fit it?
Sorry, just say that again for me.
Apart the emotional part, which is very honest, she also has her backpack downstairs. Lau! Someone has to feed it and pay for the parking.
No,
well, I don't know.
Don't worry. The bug will be fine. It's like parked in the alleyway along the side. No, it's fine. It's just it's eating some garbage. Some of the garbage has been left out from like a couple of days ago. It's probably just having a munch on that. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Do you want me to roll perception to see if he hears what you say?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Make it emotional.
Oh my god, Nat 1! He's so awkward about having seen and heard you be uncomfortable and cry. He's just blocked out the living room now. He's just like, I'm not listening. I'm not hearing anything. No. Just get on with yourself. Just let it go. No. He doesn't hear anything. He hears nothing.
All right. Well, I think we can leave it at now here at Carmina, feeling a lot of very well cared of and a little bit emotional, and maybe thinking, okay, maybe I should not work to the point I get a fucking cold and almost pass out in one of my clients' houses. I think right now she's gonna start, because listen, you don't do this for someone you just buy shit from. So she's gonna swift Lau from, Lau started as, oh my god, what a Karen, to, hey, this guy is a little bit snappy, but funny to hang around. And I don't feel that anxious telling him to fuck off is good practice for my self-esteem to, oh my God, I'm gonna bring him so many jars of jam and honeydew.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Yeah, so I imagine we end this as
Okay.
just like Carmina drifts off on the sofa, whether she drinks her tea or adds the honeydew or honey into it. I don't know, but Lao's gonna be in the kitchen, just working on things. And Carmina, do you want to roll me just one last perception, just one last one, just to see if you hear something?
Okay.
Last
Please
roll, I promise.
let me concentrate my powers of, okay. There we go.
Yeah, that's enough.
Ah,
That's
yes.
enough. That's more than enough. So as you drift off, Carmina, on the sofa, it's very soft and squishy and comforting. You've been covered by a very warm blanket, and there's tea next to you, and you hear just the sounds of like in the kitchen. You hear sounds of like cutlery and small things being moved around, and the sounds of the scissors or shears going going through some of the plants. And you also hear it's quiet, and normally you wouldn't like hear this, but you can hear coming from the kitchen. You can hear a little some little birdsong noises, and yeah,
Oh.
that's where we end it, I guess. Carmina drifts off to
Oh,
the sound of birdsong.
thank. Oh my God, my heart. Wait, let's leave it at here. Thank you, everybody who's listening. If there is anybody listening at the
Yes.
moment, I am not paying attention to the nuts and bolts gallery. Oh
Yes.
my God,
Thank
there
you
is
for
people here.
listening. This was fun
Oh
and
my
cute.
God.
I
Oh
can't believe
my
Carmina
God.
tried to cheat at Go Fish though. Carmina. Wow.
Oh my God. Listen, she's not gonna cheat to win, but she's gonna cheat to get under Lao's feathers.
Yes, good. Okay, so I'm going to stop recording now. Thank you all for listening. This has been fun and adorable. Thank you for playing with me
Thank you,
Sunday.
everybody.
I can't wait to play with you again, maybe, sort of, one day. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for listening.